My father grew up in the 1940s and 1950s, and like a lot of American boys of that era and of this one, he played football in high school, and then occasionally in adulthood. He was actually on the American football team for the Army installation he was stationed at in the early 60s. But one of the things that he used to talk about was that sometime in his football career, he took a late hit from somebody who probably shouldn't have hit him. He had his cleats planted in the ground and the guy clocked him. And ever since then, he'd had knee trouble. It stuck with him for the rest of his life. So I'm going to pop a picture or two up here. And show you my knee. When I talk about being a personal trainer coping with disabilities, the knee issue is certainly not the worst one that I deal with. And I don't think anybody should be misled about how serious a disability that is in comparison to what a lot of other people deal with. But I will say, those x-rays taken in 2018 show the progress of deterioration in my knee, which began to have problems in 2012. Having heard all of my dad's stories about coping with bad knees, having seen the trouble that he had, and watching him begin to lose his mobility because he just couldn't seem to find a way to motivate himself to stay in shape so as to keep ahead of those problems better. I knew what I was in for if I didn't change things. I have other issues with my health that are tougher to treat. Fortunately, they are treated reasonably well. But that's the one that got me off the couch. If this is the first video clip of mine you're ever seeing, you may not know, I don't believe in one-size-fits-all solutions. So I am not saying that anybody with a bad knee x-ray can immediately do the same things that I've done and improve their situation. I'm not even saying that my father could have done what I did and had a better time of it. But I do think many of us can improve our odds and regain some of our mobility, or at least resist our body's tendencies to fall apart on us, if we find the right ways to engage in some kind of proactive health behaviors. When they took that x-ray in 2018, they told me I was probably 5 to 10 years away from needing a knee replacement. It's been 5 years. As far as I can tell, I'm doing just about the same as I was. So if I've skewed my chances towards the longer end of that scale, feels like a win. And whenever it is that I do wind up having that knee replaced, if that's my fate, odds are I will bounce back reasonably well and reasonably quickly in comparison to how I would if I hadn't invested the time that I have over the years in all of this training and strengthening. My hope is just that people will understand that this is an option to explore in your life and in your health in general. Your individual body, your individual health, your individual situation always matters more than somebody else's anecdote or even the statistical findings about health in general. But I don't think we've done a very good job of letting people know how beneficial the right kinds of exercise for each of us can be.